Well, today Mikel Arteta had to come in through to do a press conference as far as Manchester United versus Arsenal is concerned. This game is taking place on Sunday at 18:30 hours. Depends on where you're watching in from, but it's going to be airing on different platforms at 18:30 hours. And Mikel Arteta has come out today and really addressed the press conference ahead of this encounter of Manchester United and Arsenal. Remember, in the last 16 years, Arsenal has just won 2 games at Old Trafford. It shows you how long it has taken Arsenal to really get a win at Old Trafford. Thank you guys for watching in. Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Obviously, the transfer window is done and we are back to normal business of talking matches, injuries, praising players that have really put in a very good performance. That's what we are all about now. All right, let's get into this as Mikel Arteta really said in the press conference. We start off with Arteta on Team News. He said those two, they've been assessed. That is Odegaard and Ramsdale. We will see them more tomorrow. Hopefully, they'll be available to train with the team. Unfortunately, Alex still hasn't been able to train with the team yet via Arsenal Football London News. So he's telling us that Odegaard and Ramsdale, they'll be assessed tomorrow because they're going to really have a training session tomorrow before the Sunday game, and they'll see where they are as far as their fitness levels are concerned. So that's what Mikel Arteta told us today as far as these two are concerned. Then about Zhinchenko, because he calls him Alex. Zhinchenko, obviously he's not back in training, but I've been seeing pictures of Zhinchenko training. I don't know whether these other Twitter accounts that really give us Arsenal content are really lying to us, but the manager is telling us that Zhinchenko is not back in training. Does he want to put him as a surprise in the team that is going to face Manchester United? I don't know, but it means Ramsdale and Odegaard, if they're out too, that will add to Thomas Partey, Zhinchenko, Reece Nelson, and a player who goes by the names of Thomas Partey. Those are the injured players of Arsenal. It really looks worse for Arsenal because just 5 games played into, you've won all of those games and you're really sustaining injuries. It shows you how much you need to be having a very thick squad as far as this game of football is concerned. So that's what Mikel Arteta told us about the team news and players who are really available and not available. Then he continued to let us know something about Zhinchenko. He said, after missing 2 games and not being available to train with the team, unfortunately, that's the situation that we have. Obviously, it's unfortunate for Arsenal. Zhinchenko is not an injury-prone player, guys. If you've been following him at Man City and his entire career at the Ukraine national team, he's not an injury-prone player, but he got an injury and he's out. He never played in the game of Fulham. He never played in the game of Aston Villa. And obviously, he's out of the game of Manchester United. That's it. So that's the situation at Arsenal. It's alarming, guys. Arsenal is really having ridiculous injuries, but they played very well in the game of Aston Villa with Sambi Lokonga playing as a central defense midfielder, playing alongside Martin Odegaard and Granit Xhaka. So let's wait and see how Arsenal is going to look like when they are playing Manchester United. But these are things that you go on and really expect in a season. You'll never know when all your players are going to get injured. Look at Liverpool. They accomplished the preseason very well, and from nowhere, Thiago Alcantara played 1 game against Fulham. He got an injury. He's out for 6 months. The other player that sustained an injury is, I think, even Fabinho, reached an extent and sustained an injury. Then Oxlade-Chamberlain, Curtis Jones, which other player? They are close to 5 players of Liverpool. Joe Matip, Konate, close to 6 players got injuries, and obviously the manager had nothing to do. He had to go with what he had. That's why he was forced to go in and really sign in Arthur Melo on loan from Juventus, because they were really thin in their squad. So injuries never alert you in advance that, please, we are going to come on such and such a date. They just fall without letting you know. So you are not alerted on them coming in through. So don't expect any injury to come when you know it, but you just have to know that Thomas Partey is an injury-prone player. But what is worrying at Arsenal, even players like Elneny, Zhinchenko, which other player? Odegaard, Ramsdale, who are not injury prone, are sustaining injuries. That's it. And we've not yet gotten into that level of playing 2 games per week. We've been playing 1 game per week. Now, this week, we started playing 2 games per week, and it's going to be like that up to the end of October. So, Arsenal fans, you need to pray for your players and include them in your prayers whenever you go on your knees, because it looks like a good beginning might give Arsenal a bad ending, because they never brought in signings to reinforce that midfield area. Then Arteta on Partey and Elneny absences. He said, with Mohamed Elneny, we are talking months. Thomas Partey, weeks, and even shorter than that, I hope. So, Mohamed Elneny, groin injury, it's going to take him close to months to return. Thomas Partey, just weeks, he's going to be back. That's what Arteta told the press. So let's pray to each other that these players really come in through for Arsenal, because me as a United fan, I want to go on to face Arsenal when they are really a fully fit squad. I don't want to play Arsenal when they're really having injuries. Why should we? You get? They should come at Old Trafford and really know that, oh, we were all a variable and we lost it all. That's it. That's it, because it's really going to be a very tough game. Mikel Arteta on future contract termination, he said, we have tried to get everything we can get done. Sometimes we have to get the right balance. Hopefully, we are going to be in a very different position very soon. Talking of contract terminations, remember in January, they terminated the contract of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and went to Barcelona, but he has returned to London and is now playing for Chelsea. Then yesterday, they terminated the contract of Hector Bellerin and he went to Barcelona. So they're asking him about future contract termination. He said, we have tried to get everything we can get. Sometimes we have to get the right balance. Hopefully, we are going to be in a different position in the future. Obviously, if Arsenal goes in the January transfer window and brings in a CDM, Danilo or Douglas Luiz, obviously, it will be a different position altogether for Arsenal, because they'll be having a lot of variety into that central defensive midfield area, and maybe the area where Bukayo Saka plays will be really so much strong, and they won't be able to terminate contracts. And Arteta has not terminated any contract of a player that has signed. That's it. He's terminating contracts of players that he found here at Arsenal, meaning that those were not players that Mikel Arteta wanted at the club, and he never signed them, so he's fed up of them, and they have no suitors to pay the money they want, so they find themselves terminating those contracts and obviously kicking them out of the club. Then Mikel Arteta on the deadline day, talking transfers, he said, we had a lot of things still to do in the squad. The club has done a phenomenal job to bring in the players that we wanted. Unfortunately, in the last 72 hours, Thomas Partey and Mohamed Salah got injured and we had to react in the market. Obviously, Arsenal reacted a lot to go in and really bring in a player who goes by the names of Douglas Luiz and Danilo, but they couldn't because Aston Villa said, no way, we are really taking your money, this player is not for sale. Amidst them having gone to bring in a player from Wolverhampton Wanderers, is it Didonka, who is a midfielder too? We thought that the coming in of Didonka is really going to pave way for Douglas Luiz to exit, but he's left with 1 year on. He's left with 1 on his contract, and obviously he's leaving a team which goes by names of Aston Villa on a free, because in January he's going to be allowed to go in and discuss or agree a deal with the team outside, I think, the Premier League. So you never know what is going to happen in January. They might sell him in January, but in the position where Steven Gerrard is, he couldn't really allow this player to go. Reason being, they've been into a very worst state. They've been in a very worst state and scenario as far as this side is concerned, which goes by the names of Aston Villa, and obviously keeping Douglas Luiz might be a situation. To me, I really believe that it's just a painkiller. It won't heal the wound. It's like a bandage on the wound. It's a plaster on the wound, because lots of things need to be addressed in that Aston Villa team. They're really having great players, but I don't know why the chemistry and the patterns and the sequences are not building up in the team. That team can really compete very well with any team in the top 6, according to the quality of players they are having, but obviously it's not portraying itself into the game of football. But Arsenal tried to go in and bring in the players, but obviously they couldn't. He went ahead to let us know that we tried, and at the end of the day, we have to bring in the players we feel are right, but we didn't manage to do it. maybe, I think Arsenal relaxed a little bit. Arsenal relaxed a little bit as far as bringing players was concerned. They last signed a player, I think in July. Was it July 17th? When they unveiled Zhinchenko in America. That was the last player they signed. They did a very good job to bring in all their signings before the end of the preseason, and they had a preseason with most of the players they signed. But at the end of it all, it doesn't really give you a guarantee of coming in through to really give you the best out of the players that you are having. Obviously, everyone knew that Arsenal is lacking 3 more signings. A left-footed central defender, a central defensive midfielder, and a right winger who plays with the left foot. We all know that. We all knew that. But Mikel Arteta even confirmed to us when Nicola Pepe agreed a loan deal to go to Nice that we have already prepared a replacement for Nicola Pepe. And obviously, he never arrived. This goes in to confirm what we brought you earlier, that Arsenal is under the UEFA watch list. They need to put an eye on Arsenal to really tell them and ask them, how much have you been spending? How much have you been making, to go in and evaluate whether their spending doesn't contradict with what we call the player. Is it the football? It's the FFP. It's it football players. Something's called the FFP, I think. You get? So they need to really scrutinize Arsenal and really know whether they're really doing this. You see, if Arsenal couldn't go ahead to spend that money, like £30 million to strengthen their midfield area when their players were really injured, it shows you how bad they are doing financially as far as UEFA watch list is really affecting them. It's affecting them because they know they need to balance up things. They've been trying to really move out players and really collecting money to really balance up the book. So I think that's what really hindered Arsenal to go in and bring in more players on the deadline day. Now, towards the game of Manchester United, he said on what it would mean to win at Old Trafford. He said it's not something new. We've done it. We have to do it again. And obviously that's Mikel Arteta saying that they've done it and they have to do it again. I remember they really won at Old Trafford. I think it was it was a penalty taken by, is it Paul Ebida? It was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. A penalty was taken by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang after Paul Pogba fouled him in the box, and obviously the penalty was given to Arsenal, and Arsenal really won that game. So they've won there before and they want to go in and win. But remember, in the last 16 years, they've won only twice at Old Trafford. But Arsenal has all the reasons to jubilate because it's only and only the games they've played away that they've not conceded a goal. But in every game they've played at home, they've conceded. So they might be taking that record and belief at Old Trafford, but obviously United has won the previous 3 games. It's not that United that we lost against teams like Brighton and Brentford. It's a different team altogether, but Mikel Arteta is saying we have to do it again. He's confident amidst the injuries he's having. Thomas Partey out, Zhinchenko out, Reece Nelson out, Odegaard doubtful, and Ramsdale doubtful, but obviously he really wants to go in and give Arsenal fans a very good belief that they are going to Old Trafford and they are going to pick up maximum points. So that's what Mikel Arteta said about the game between United and Arsenal. That was the press conference. This is the reaction I really came up with onto the Rokani Media Football. Guys, smash the like button, comment and share. Feel free to go in the comment section and tell me what you think about this game of football between Manchester United and Arsenal as I prepare to bring you the match preview of Manchester United versus Arsenal in the next, I think, 10 hours. I think I'll upload it tomorrow, but I'm going to shoot it tonight. I'll upload it tomorrow, and you guys will be eager waiting for this game because this game in Africa, to me, it's the biggest derby. It's the biggest rivalry in Africa, guys. Leave alone Manchester United and Liverpool. It's the biggest rivalry in England, in English football. But when you're talking about in Africa, where I was born and bred from, the biggest rivalry is between Arsenal and Manchester United. That's it. And the good thing is that both teams are really having decent coaches and they're really playing some good football, and they're going to face one another when all of their hopes are really high. Arsenal has won 5 in 5, maximum points gained from five games. 15 points on top of the table. They've not lost a single game. They've won all their games. Manchester United, they lost their first 2 games and now they've gone ahead to win their last 3 games, keeping clean sheets in their previous 2 and conceding only 1 against Liverpool in their first win of the season. So it shows you that the temperatures are going to be high. Tension is going to be high as far as this game is concerned. But here on to Rokani Media Football, we are going to come in through and really give us our view. But obviously, even your views are welcome into the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching in. Rokani David is my name. And I'm signing out for now, guys. I'm going to come back and do another video, I think, in the next 2 hours. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later. Good night if you're sleeping now. But for us who are still awake, we are here working until morning. You know, any breaking story that really occurs or really happens, we come in here and really break it without... Sorry, we break it in a nick of an eye. I'm out. See you later. Bye-bye.